Welcome back to Better Kansas City. We talk a lot about vaccines for kids, but they're just as important for seniors. And Dr. Mary Ryan from St. Joseph Medical Center joins us now to explain why. Thank you very much for joining us today. First off, let's talk about vaccines for adults, because I think a lot of the time, like we said in the intro, it gets muddled over about vaccinating our kids and everything, but they're also important as we get older as well.
That's exactly right. What we know, the tetanus vaccine is something that is way overlooked in the adult population. People who are 50 and above sort of forget. In fact, 75% of adults are not current on their tetanus vaccine.
Really?
It's very important for a couple of reasons. Our population is aging, and they are aging well. They're getting older longer, we're living longer. That means we are planting flowers, we're out in the dirt, we're playing with the grandkids.
Yeah.
That's where tetanus lives. But maybe more importantly, the tetanus shot has the whooping cough vaccine in it. Not only do you protect yourself, the elderly and the very young are most at risk for severe illness from whooping cough, and babies under the age of 1 are not at all protected. So we get a lot of calls about that because it's the only way you can protect your loved one if they aren't old enough or can't receive that vaccine.
And that's the Tdap vaccine?
It is Tdap, tetanus with acellular pertussis in it.
Okay, now, what's the difference between that, let's say, because I remember just, I was doing some housework and, a rusty nail got me or something, so I was to the doctor getting my tetanus shot that same day. Is that still recommended, or by having this Tdap, does that kind of put me in a better position were I to injure myself in that way again?
If you had had that vaccine already, and it had been within the last 8 years, you would have been covered well.
Okay.
Many people can't remember, so it's always safe. It will not hurt to get it again, even if it's sooner than that.
Oh, okay, well that's good to know. Also, let's talk about the shingles vaccine, and I'm a little bit confused on this. Is shingles kind of the same virus or the same disease as chicken pox?
Shingles is exactly the same virus. We contract that when we are children.
Yeah.
Almost every single person in the United States over the age of 40 has had chicken pox. However, the next generation coming up has had the chicken pox vaccine.
Yes.
So they will not get chicken pox. However, just like them, people who've had the actual disease lose their immunity. That's a function of age most of the time. A few people lose their immunity younger, but most of us, when we turn 65 to 70, we definitely lose our antibody protection. That is where the shingles vaccine comes in, gives you a booster, and you boost your own immunity one more time.
Interesting. Okay, because I remember I'll be 39 this year, and I remember getting chicken pox as a kid.
Yes.
And it wasn't fun. And then when we had kids, they were able to get that vaccination. So this is you said booster to the antibodies that are already in our system for either having the disease or having the vaccine for it.
That is correct.
Okay.
And as we age, we lose those. So this is not the exact same vaccine as the chickenpox vaccine. There's a completely different vaccine involved. However, it replaces the antibodies as adults that we are losing.
Okay, and then real quick, a common vaccine for every year is the flu vaccine. How often or when should seniors be on the lookout to get that vaccine?
Everyone, actually, not only seniors, but everyone from 6 months of age on up should have a flu vaccine every single year. The reason is the vaccine changes each year.
Yes.
The epidemiologists look at the vaccine morphs, it changes, there are new viruses that come across to the United States, so they custom make this each year. We are hoping someday we will only need one that lasts a long time, but that's not the case yet. Children under 6 months are not able to get that vaccine, which is again why it's so important. Grandparents, parents, siblings are vaccinated to
make sure that they're well around
flu.
them.
And that is what we call herd immunity. We have to protect the babies. We have to protect children who might have leukemia or on chemo and cannot be vaccinated.
Okay. Well, Dr. Ryan, thank you for being here today. And St. Joseph Medical Center is hosting a senior summit on Friday, April 12th from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's at the St. Joseph Medical Center Community Center Building D in Kansas City. For more information, call 816-943-7777 or go online to stjosephkc.com.